You underestimate the power of the dark side. Yes, it's me, Dave Palumbo, here in RX Muscle Studios. And I broke some blood vessels in my eye, rubbing my eye yesterday, and I look like the evil emperor in the 6th episode of Star Wars, Revenge of the Sith. So I figured I'd do my impression for you guys. What's up? This is my first Periscope. I don't really like Periscope, to be honest with you, because I don't like the fact that the video disappears after 48 hours. So to me, that's a waste of time, but I'm doing it anyway because I have to put it out there that I'm doing something. Because I think I could probably do a reality show every day. And it seems like people seem to be interested in what I have to do, even though to me it's kind of boring. We do have a great show tonight. Iron Debate, live at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Jimmy the Angry Bull will be on there, giving all his very strong opinions. John Romano will be there. Chris Aceto will be there. Some great topics tonight. Don't miss that, live at rxmuscle.com. But right now, I got to do something to my fish tank here. This is my monster fish tank. The reason we call this a monster fish tank is because the fish are huge, and it's a 600-gallon tank. Every fish in here was about an inch long when I first got it, and they're all humongous now, and they eat lots of food. Maybe we'll feed them for you guys. They just ate, but you can see our albino pacu there. He's huge. You can see my Oscars are usually the biggest fish in the tank, and these are all Oscars over there, and they're not the biggest fish in the tank by any means. You can see my, right to the left of the screen, you can see my red spotted Severum, really beautiful. You can see my albino silver arowana swimming along the top of the tank right there. He'll get to 3 feet. He's about probably 2 feet now. I have some very big iridescent sharks, albino iridescent sharks, and they didn't look like sharks when they were babies. Now they look like sharks. And then to the right of the screen, you can see my albino clown knife, which has really been eating really well, doing well. I have some cool catfish in there. There's my longfin Oscar. Anyway, the tank is not light enough, so I am going to try. I'm getting up on a ladder, which is dangerous to begin with here. And I have a light bulb. I'm going to try to put a new light bulb into this light fixture. That, by the way, I learned how to become an electrician these last couple days. The control panel wasn't working, and I couldn't get the light to stay on. So I emailed for some help, and they sent me some information on how to get the thing. Oh, look, the light was working. I don't even have to change it. See, I don't have to change the bulb after all that. I don't know how that happened, but everything's working. All right, good. I'll save this bulb. I was going to show you guys how to change a light bulb, and I know that there's plenty of Polish jokes about how many Polish people it takes to change a light bulb. Well, it only takes one Italian person to change a light bulb, although I am half Jewish, so maybe that might detract.
Did you fix the crack? They want to know.
Did I fix the crack in the tank? No, I will show you what I screwed up the tank. You see this right here? This is acrylic. This is not a good glass tank. This scratch inside the tank was done by me like a dummy. I was using a magnet, and a piece of gravel got caught in there, and it scratched my whole tank, which kind of ruins the tank for me. It bothers me every time I walk past there. But the dirtier the tank is, the less you see it. So, no, I didn't fix it yet, and I have to drain the whole tank to do that, and no one in this office will allow me to do that, so it'll probably stay here for quite a while. I'm just going to pretend that, look, we're all not perfect. We all have our imperfections, and knowing that, I can deal with the fish tank. As long as the fish are healthy, I'm good. So I don't have to put the light bulb in. I wanted to show you guys one more thing. As you know, I'm going to be starting a show called Muscle Puppets, and I've only given you guys like a little taste of it. This is Stevie B. You know, why cut back? You know, that's his moniker.
And I might be making an appearance on Iron Debate tonight. Not sure. But the topics there might be something that I can, I gave Jimmy the Bull his first chance. I put him on the cover of MD years ago. And I don't know if Jimmy the Bull is really ever understood that I gave him his shot. I also told Chris Aceto that I gave him his first shot. But Chris reminded me that he worked for Flex and Muscle and Fitness for 10 years before that. But I still think I gave him his first shot. Now let's go and talk to Johnny Styles over there for a minute. Johnny Styles, I told you how talented you are, and I always said, if you want to come work for me, I can make it happen. And
a lot of money.
Yeah, we could talk money another time, but you're very talented, and you happen to be a very handsome man too. Did anyone ever tell you that?
If you want to ask questions for Dave, you can type in him, and he'll let this will be like a different Ask Dave.
We have a new show coming up. It's going to be called Ask the Muscle Puppet, and every week we'll have a different muscle puppet. You can ask Stevie B whatever questions you want. So I know that on Periscope, I believe they can ask questions, right?
So ask questions,
anyone have questions for Stevie B?
Well, Heather Dees is saying hi, Johnny.
Hi, Heather.
Heather, I always tell people how beautiful you are, and if you want, we can talk. I'll put you on the cover of MD. I know Dana Lynn Bailey was the first one on there, but I promise you we can give you some publicity. I'll make you a star.
Go talk to Sid now.
Let's go talk to Sid. All right. Now, Sid, I'm a Jewish man, and I'm not sure about your religion, but are you allowed to work on Thursdays? Because you might want to go home. I know this is going to be a very popular Iron Debate, but maybe you should head home.
Well, the only religion about tonight is the fact that the Jets are playing the Bills, and Rex Ryan makes his return to New York.
Have you seen Victor's glutes lately? They're not as sharp as they used to be.
Are they sharper than Rex Ryan's glutes?
I think Kai's glutes might be better.
Okay. So who has the sharper glutes, Rex Ryan or Victor?
Victor, I think.
Okay,
Yes.
All right,
yeah.
cool.
I always believed in him, and when I was going to let him go and fire him, and I got bad, press, what did I do? I re-signed him.
Oh, okay.
So he's back.
But you let go of him and then you resign him?
I didn't really let go of him.
Okay.
But I was planning on it.
Got it.
But then Dave was going to interview him.
Oh.
Actually, Dave did interview him,
Terrible.
violated his contract. So I let him go for 30 hours.
30 hours?
Yes.
Wow.
And then...
But then you renegotiated with him and you brought him back?
Yeah,
Right.
that was what it was.
Okay, good.
Yeah. But I always believed in him.
Oh, you believed him, absolutely.
All right. You're going to go to sleep. We'll talk to you later. We also have puppet George Farah, who's resting in the back.
Who's resting in the back? He's taking a nap.
He's taking a nap
Mid-afternoon
because
nap.
you know that
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day. And, Iron Debate's coming up,
Right.
and he has to. He has some. I think he's working a late shift on the police force.
Okay.
A little later in Rochester.
Right.
And then he's going to head to the hospital because he's got to work the ER, room.
Sure.
He's a doctor too.
Right.
And I believe he has to do a tour in Iraq after that because he's
All one day.
He's an Army SEAL, a Navy SEAL. So now, it was Kareen's birthday today. Well, yeah, but it's close enough. Today's your birthday. How old are you? 20? You're still.
I love you.
She's still in her 20s. I think she's the only one in the office still in her 20s, right?
29. I'm turning
29. Yeah. Okay. So this is the last good year of your life. So you better enjoy it.
I feel good.
Now,
I feel
are you
excited.
spraying anyone this weekend?
No.
No.
No, this weekend is my birthday.
You're off.
so
And what are you going to do for your birthday? Because I've known people who had birthday months. You're only having a birthday weekend.
Well, last year it was a whole week birthday for me, but this year it was kind of quiet. I was like, I don't know yet what to do.
What, are you taking your cake home with you?
Of course.
Let's see the cake, because the cake was a really nice cake. It was one of the deepest cakes I've ever seen. It was a very tall cake. Usually cakes are wider, but Kareen we got her a tall cake. I don't know. Is there an advantage? Did you like the taste of the tall cake better than? I like things that tend to be flatter.
I like chocolate, so it was
I go for
chocolate.
the flatbread pizzas. I don't like the thick pizzas.
Oh my god.
Actually, we had pizza today too.
Yeah, we did.
That's a thick. See how thick that is? Look at that. That's got to be a good 6 inches. That's a very tall cake. And see the purple color?
Yeah,
it's very beautiful.
Because it's purple.
Very beautiful. So everyone, we're at the end of the day here. For most people, most of the workers have gone home. However, we have a TV show tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard. Iron Debate. We don't stop working here for nothing, that's for sure. I did bike ride this morning, and then it rained, so I got my bike ride in before that, so my legs are feeling a little sore. And, I just cleaned all the snake tank. Actually, let's go look at the snakes, because I fed the snakes today.
No calves. No calves at all.
Terrible.
No calves to the cycling.
No calves. Johnny's upset that my calves have gotten smaller because I'm cycling now. Everyone's eaten. But this beautiful snake has eaten two mice today. She ate. It's a banana pastel sugar. Okay. Now this is a ball python. Now we're going to go and I'm going to show you a boa constrictor that ate a lot. Okay. She ate 2 huge rats. And you can see that belly on her. You see that belly? That's a big belly. That's not a GH belly. That is a rat belly. Okay? It'll probably take her about 4 days to digest these. I also tried today, and I don't know if you guys have seen my Quest video, I tried a pumpkin pie Quest protein bar, which is delicious. I don't know if anyone out there has tried Quest protein bars. You know, I own Species Nutrition, but you know what? When I see a good product, I tell people about it. This pumpkin pie bar is the best bar they have. I know they're saying it's a seasonal bar, but if you guys in Quest get rid of this bar, you're dummies, because this is the best bar you got. Best tasting, it's got a crunch, it's got a coating on it. It's by far the most advanced, best tasting bar, and it's got 20 grams. I think it's got more than 20 grams of protein. It's got 21 grams of protein in this bar, all from whey isolate. No whey concentrate, doesn't bother your stomach, no lactose. So guys, try this bar. You know, I did my Evil Emperor impression, but I do have my little Darth Vader bobblehead. Now, I bought Chris Aceto a Yoda bobblehead, and I kept the Darth Vader one. So, also, look who is here. Brother, you woke me from my nap. Brother, I have a late shift at the hospital tonight. George, look, you got to get up for the Periscope community, right? I mean, the Nationals are coming up. I'm sure you got athletes in the show. Brother, I have company with 250 employees, and I have to work shift at police station. Then I go to hospital, and then after that I go to gym, because you know I run every morning. I know, George, I know you told me you started doing some running and keeping your heart in shape. You know, I'm into cycling, right? Brother, I run marathon 3 times a week. I said, you run the marathon, George? That's 26 miles. I don't understand how do you maintain any size? I'm losing all this weight from cycling. Brother, I have secrets. You want to know secrets? I give the rock. Well, I work with Triple H. You know, you do know that, George, right? I tell Triple H, I don't try to steal him from you. I tell him I have secrets that I give the rock, I could give to you too. I said, but George, you know, Triple H told me that you actually try to take him away from me. Not true, brother. He come to me. People come to me. All right, George, go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. All right, he's got to go back to sleep. All right, come over here.
Big Sarge says he has the protocol.
He has the protocol. All right, let's look into my crystal ball here. Let's see what we can find. Let's see if we can predict anything here. All right, I'm going to rub the crystal ball. A lot of cool stuff in my office, as you know. Let's rub the crystal ball. Will Jimmy the Bull come to Iron Debate tonight? I'm not seeing Jimmy the Bull in Iron Debate. Jimmy! Will Jimmy the Bull come to Iron Debate tonight? You'll have to tune in. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. I guarantee the Bull will not be getting along with John Romano and Chris Aceto. There'll be a lot of debate tonight. And if there isn't, I'll make sure I don't agree with him. All right, come into the studio here for a second. Let's check out the festivities. This is the messy studio before we get started. We just had live with Sandra Blechman, who is going to be competing at the NPC Nationals in the bikini division. She'll be going for her pro card. She is a Species Nutrition athlete. And as you can see, I call it the Wall of Shame. If you look at the wall, these are all the people who used to be on the Heavy Muscle TV show, starting at the top left, Joey G, which is Mr. G's son. Diego B in the middle, Jeff the producer, who did not show up at the 100th anniversary of the Heavy Muscle show. Ronnie Coleman was not on the panel, but he's been a guest before. And then there's Jeremy, the casting director, in the middle. If you move over to the left, you can see the Long Island legend, Vinny the Chin. Vinny the Chin. And then if you go down a little further, you can see Adela Garcia, who used to be our Muscle Girls Inc. Radio co-host. And to her right, we have Eugene Mission, who, as a lot of people have known, has done surgery on his throat all by himself. Behind the green screen, you can see, let me see if I can pull that up. We can see Jimmy the Bull, the Angry Bull. There he is. Guy Sistanino's on the wall there. My good friend Anthony DeRezzo, who's no longer with us, may he rest in peace. Evan Centopani, after he won Nationals down there. And then we have Melissa Detweiler, a little further down. And Tony Freeman in the corner. I don't know if we can make Tony Freeman out there. He's all the way over there. That's a signed picture. If we come over to this wall, the back wall, we could see the one of the former Whack Pack group shots with Aaron Singerman in there, and his wife Darielle, and Pete the producer, and Colleen, and Jimmy the Bull, and Sally Taylor, and Brian Hildebrand, and then we have the Johnny Styles celebrity picture there, and then to the left, Pete the producer, who's no longer with us either. So that's the RX Muscle Studios, and
What about the snake?
this snake is being healed. You know, this is the sick tank. So when people get like an infection or they get like a little sick, we don't want them to infect all the other snakes, so we put him in here. By the way, Amanda, he shed today, so I don't know if that's a good sign or not. But he's still got a little bit of a sniffle. So we got to make sure. We like to when the snakes have sniffles, I have to give them shots. And the vet says, you know, are you okay giving a shot? I said, oh, I have lots of experience with that. So as you guys can imagine, that's not a problem for me. So this is pretty much what I do all day. Here's all the snake tanks. You know, let's see what we got here. Let's see. This guy wants to come at us. Oh, she's good. This is a super.
This looks familiar.
Coral sun glow. The coral is the pink on the sides. Oh, Nastia, Amanda's favorite. Is that Nastia or is that is that Susan? Oh. She's pissed off. Kiara? Let's see. Hopefully I won't get bit.
Take that.
She ate a very big meal and she's not in a good mood. Ooh. See her? She's not in a good mood. I got to clean this out later. She's a little stinky. All right, we don't want her to strike. South American, actually, I should say Central American boas like to hiss. It's really means they're scared. It doesn't really mean much of anything. They just like that. It makes them feel good to hiss. So we let, like a child, we just let them hiss and we ignore them. There's plenty of snakes here. We'll get to look at them another time. We don't want to go too crazy. But once again, I'm going to go now because I've been overstimulated today. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard tonight, Iron Debate with Jimmy the Angry Bull Palecchia, John Romano, Chris Aceto, and yours truly. Catch it. For now, I'm out.